when you're interviewing today, to what extent do you encourage people or discourage people from using LLMs to support themselves? And how do you assess, if I if you're in a situation where you're trying to assess somebody's capability in Go or Python, how do you do that and ensure that they're not using an LLM to cheat?
Yeah, so one of the things which we've done now this year onwards is not to have remote coding interviews, right? So we don't want to do it. There are way too many tools which you can use to cheat, and it's very hard to tell. And I always felt personally very uncomfortable, trying to when I'm talking to you, but I'm always looking for an evidence that you're doing something wrong, and so it takes away from that conversation, isn't it? And so, we don't want to do that. So the number one thing which we're doing now is face to face. The second thing, is that we tell the candidates that, hey, of course, you're going to use LLMs at your job. We have given everybody cursor licenses and, Claude ChatGPT licenses, whatever you need. But this interview is all about problem solving. And so there are two things we have done. One is to go towards more practical approach, where we kind of created a problem which represents what you would do day to day. So a bunch of failing tests, some missing implementation, and you want to do it. Of course, you can Google, right? Nobody memorizes all the APIs, so you can Google, figure out, but don't use an LLM to answer the question. And even if you end up using an LLM, it's unless you install like Claude Code or something, it's not possible to cheat because you'll have to just copy paste context from different places, find an answer. So make some sort of a gentleman's agreement with them and then start off. But I feel that more and more code will be generated by LLMs, so might not be a scalable strategy going forward. But this is what we're doing right now.